This is Marilyn Montero. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist here in Laguna Beach. I take care of clients remotely and in person at my studio at Marilyn Wellness Studio. And we have here today the lovely Lisette. She's a client of mine, and she just came to me on August 1st for her first intake session. She has completed 6 of her 8 sessions, and she feels transformative. And I wanted to just start and ask her some questions. She's lovely to give us her time so that people out there can learn about hypnotherapy as a resource to help them in their life to shift with all sorts of challenges, depression, anxiety, anything that's out there. And she's going to share her challenges and her wins, what she's actually accomplished in 6 sessions, and also her entire experience going into that trance state. Super fun. So thank you, Lisette. Here she is, that beautiful Lisette. And Lisette, tell us, you came to Maryland, or to me, at August 1st for the first intake. Tell me where you were on that timeline, like where that chapter of your life, your challenges, what you were experiencing. Tell us about that.
So I was in what I call a really stuck phase in my life. I was experiencing a lot of anxiety, depression. I was at a place where I just felt like I did not have a life really of any sort outside of work. And I knew that I needed to make a change because I felt unhappy, my spirit felt broken, and I just needed help with that.
Excellent, excellent. So some of the things, the symptoms that you were having was anxiety, depression. You felt like you needed to build resilience in yourself to navigate through the stressful world that we live in at times.
Yes.
You've had some past traumas around relationships, so the anxiety will come up when it came to relationships and getting out there again and dating.
Yes.
And all these things were keeping you stuck. Is that right?
That's right. That's absolutely right. I felt like I was too much in my head and not enough in my body, and just overthinking everything, and the spiral of negative thoughts was taking me down with it.
Yeah. So that's like when those thoughts come in, you could barely sometimes, with that level of energy, you could barely sometimes get out of the house, let alone call a friend and say, hey, let's get out. And your spirits are kind of dim, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. So in 6 sessions so far, and I know that you joined the reboot, so that's 8 sessions, and which is, I see a tremendous amount of change in you from the moment you walked in. And that lovely smile just sparkles, and it's a lot brighter now. The light's shining right through now. There's nothing dimming the light. And that's shown here. I'm sure people can notice that in you as they look at you. And so tell us, like, the shift. Like, I know that you're also taking meds, and you stopped the meds and you're able to not do the medication. So that's a big thing, because over time medication can have all sorts of effects on our bodies and our minds.
Exactly. I was able to cut back on almost all of my medications, and I'm working on finishing off. I don't want to take any more psychiatric medications. I don't feel like I need them any longer. So I'm working on finishing, tapering off all of those. And I just feel like, I feel like the old me, but even better. So I am engaged again. I am socializing again. I am going out of my house often. I am making plans with people. I have started dating again. I moved into a beautiful new place. So many changes in such a short time period. So it's really hard to just even think back to how I was, and to see the transformation I've made in such a short period.
Yeah, it's remarkable. Like, everything's shifted in 6 weeks. You've
Yes.
into the new embodied you, and better than before.
Mhm, mhm.
You're no longer have anxious feelings around relationships, and you're dating someone and it's going really well. You
Yes.
moved into a new place,
Hmm.
and you've actually moved into a bigger role at work, right? Is there like more, you're doing more now than you were?
That's right. So, my previous role was kind of kept me isolated. So, even though I still work remotely, I am engaging with more people at the company, which keeps me from feeling so lonely as well. So, so many changes, so many great changes.
It's amazing how when you go from that lower
Mhm.
vibration of energy and you move it all the way up, how everything around you shifts. It's quite
That's
magical. There's a little magic in there, right?
absolutely that's the only way to really describe it because it just that's what you feel. You feel like you feel the spark for life again. You see everything more vibrant. Colors look more vibrant. When the sun is shining, you're grateful for it. Everything changes inside and out. And all those negative emotions just have gone, gone.
Well, thank God all of that is occurred and it's here because the world is happy to have another bright star on planet Earth sharing their light, to bring
Oh,
others
yes.
to a better place as well.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So beautiful. So the 6 sessions,
Mhm.
you've regained yourself in so many ways. You've
Mhm.
transformed. And as far as psychiatric medications, Lisette's been working with her doctors diligently and doing that. We don't recommend that anyone stops anything before doing hypnotherapy. The medical field has to be in tune with medications and slowly of reduction if that's the right time for the person. So whoever's listening, make sure that you always listen to your doctors when it comes to medications to protect yourself, right? So that's
Yes.
good. And
Absolutely.
under the right guidance of medication. And so now we want to share, what is hypnosis? Like, oh my gosh, people are like, am I gonna like go somewhere else? Am I gonna fall asleep? Will I ever be able to wake back up? Is she gonna make me do stuff? And am I gonna tell her things that I don't even know about myself? And I'm scared. So there is this thing that people get scared around hypnotherapy because there's
Hmm.
this lack of education and lack of experience and knowledge. And it's none of those things. But of course,
Right.
I can say that, but they love to hear it from you. Like, tell us what it feels like in your body, what it feels like in your mind, and what you would say about hypnotherapy.
So I would say that, yeah, hypnotherapy is something that has been portrayed incorrectly in movies and, other places. My sessions with Marilyn are incredibly relaxing. So I would describe it as a process of visualization, but being in a very, very rested and relaxed state. So relaxed, in fact, that I don't feel like my analytical mind working during that time. So you're just able to be fully in your body and or yeah, I guess you don't even feel yourself in your body because you're just those visualizations are so vivid. You're in that place that Marilyn takes you to. But they're beautiful, beautiful places. And you come out of that just feeling so, so good, so relaxed, so rejuvenated. And it's a really I find the sessions more relaxing than like a massage or a spa day or anything like that. So I look
Yeah,
forward to them. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. So the beautiful place that Lisette is referring to is that what I do is I relax the body, I quiet the thinking monkey mind, the chatterbox that we all have, and we go into that beautiful dream state and that world of dreams where all opportunities and potentiality exist in that beautiful space. And we create the version of Lisette that wants to show up in her reality. So she really taps into that version of herself, that version that she wants to bring and give birth to and bring to life, to reality. And we do that by the going into that deep state of theta. And the magic, the miracles, the miraculousness of it is that the thinking mind is not in its way. It's you're into that deep dream state where all possibilities are created. And so, and here it is, full life version of a transformation and 6 sessions. And she continues her sessions, and there's always more to work on. As beautiful and as all the changes have shifted for Lisette. She went from stage 1, which is the healing, stage 2, let's build that nice foundation of self and build our self-confidence and our self-worth. And so stage 3 is where she's moving into, which is I want to build and continue enjoying my creation. And you're there.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely. Yes, absolutely. I want to continue to build, and I can see where I feel like the magic is only going to continue to happen.
Exactly. And so, when we do these sessions, we transform and we shift. But life continues as we move to better chapters, and we can continue elevating ourselves throughout life. There's no stillness that needs to be there. There's an inner growth that occurs, and an inner feeling that shifts within you.
Mhm.
Do you feel like that whole inner world shifted for you?
I do. I absolutely do. I feel like I was in my inner world was very dark almost. I mean, I hate to say something like that, but it just wasn't colorful, wasn't vibrant, it didn't reflect me at all. And my inner world now is just, it's so at peace, so lively, and that's what I want it to be.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so Lisette is going to continue her work, and I highly recommend after someone achieves their goal to maintain it with continuation of hypnotherapy, similar to going in, getting a massage or just cleaning house. You're cleaning subconscious mind information so that you don't get backed up and clean, so that everything is clear as you move and progress in your life, so that you can elevate and achieve all your wildest dreams can come true. And doing that, keeping the maintenance of that on an ongoing basis, which is really important. Well, thank you so much, Lisette. I think that you are a shining star. That the light was dim for sure. For how long was your light dim? How long were you living in that inner dim light?
I would say at least a year and a half, if not 2 years, something like that.
And in that time frame, and this is huge,
Yeah.
because you would say that you've lost, in a way,
Hmm.
year and a half of 2 years of living in that little brighter space.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the part that's so heartbreaking, is that you feel like life is passing you by. So I highly recommend to anybody who is even not feeling like themselves to not to wait, to invest in themselves and ask for help. And because life is too amazing to um, lose that much time.
Yeah, yeah, and in 6 sessions,
Exactly. It
you
can.
right?
Yes, that you can transform your life in such a short time period. It's
So
incredible.
yeah, so wouldn't it have been amazing if you would have done this 6 sessions 2 years ago?
Exactly. Imagine where would I be? I'd be in, the sky's the limit, I feel like, when you just allow your mind to dream big. So yeah.
So, and the reason for that, not is not for regret, but
Right.
more so for the person that's listening to this video, to say that time is precious.
Exactly.
Don't wait
Exactly.
2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10 years
Exactly.
living in a dim light.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
If anybody feels, yeah, just that they're in a similar place, or just not like their life is not where they want it to be, don't hesitate, don't wait. Um, Life is too precious.
That's right. That's right. And then the last thing I want to ask is what treatments, if any, did you try, or is the light was so dim that you didn't have the energy to even look for treatments or look for solutions? Sometimes when we are so in that, that dim light, that
Mhm.
we don't have the energy to find it or look for it or the desire.
Yeah, I really didn't. I had tried traditional. I was in traditional talk therapy, and that didn't seem to be making a difference. I was at a place where I had burned myself out, so exercise wasn't an option, because I had just totally burned through all of that. And yeah, um, didn't really have that much energy to seek out much else. Um, Even being in nature didn't. Of course, that's always a great place to be. Um, but even for me, I would still go out into nature, and it didn't feel like it was rejuvenating my spirit like it had in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's huge. So you tried nature, you tried talk therapy, you tried
Mhm.
exercise to excessive exercising.
Exactly. That's what I had done. Excessive exercise to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. And none of those things worked. So,
And then also medication, right? On top
and
of that.
medication, which also doesn't work, to an extent. I'm sure there's still some people who benefit from medication. I'm not saying that it's not helpful for some, but for me, it just was not helpful anymore.
Yeah. And so what would you say then? That for overall the hypnotherapy did for you was, do you feel like it just infused you with enormous amount of energy? Do you feel as though all the work that we did at the subconscious level just r- really just brought the light in?
I would say so, because I have not felt this energetic in years. And I feel like I have energy to do it all, to do everything I want to do. I don't feel like I am crashing. Yeah, definitely. It That light just makes you want to do so much, and you feel like you're unstoppable.
Yes. And you are unstoppable. Yeah. And so we are excited to continue the journey with you. I'm excited to continue the journey with you and see all the wonderful things that you're creating with that beautiful mind and heart of yours, and that spirit, all together. And so we are excited to at some point go into the future and have this recording again, uh,
Yes.
and go back to it and say, "Whoa, look at where I'm at now."
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be
I'm
fun.
so looking forward to that. Yes.
So again, thank you so much for the audience that has been listening to this beautiful story. Lisette here, and we're in Orange County, California. She did her sessions in person. She signed up for the 8 session package, and she's done the 6, and she's already feeling like a whole different person, better than the best version of herself from before. And this is something that's not can be, this situation didn't happen in the medical field. It happened here in hypnotherapy.
That's right.
Wow, excellent. Thank you so much, and thank the audience for listening. And if you guys, anyone has any questions, feel free to email me, to go on my website. I am offering 15-minute consultations right now for free. At some point, I probably won't have those available, but you can book your intake session, which is the 60-minute discussion on how to start with hypnotherapy. And we look forward to seeing the new people come through that need hypnotherapy. And Lisette, you're part of that. You're shining your bright light and telling all those that are out there that were feeling like you're feeling, or challenged the same way you were challenged, to know there's an answer.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. And and we will talk to you soon.